Sheila and Dela. We first met Sheila actually in April 2021. It was that long ago, Sheila. And we were in a fortunate position of actually being able to provide her with several home sharers. And her current one, Dela, they've been together now since the 18th of February, nearly 5 months. They are fantastic supporters and advocates of home share. They've actually helped us and spoken with the Department of Health and Social Care to help them further understand the home share model. And they're due to feature in Prima magazine and Saga magazine as well. So we can all keep a lookout for them. So if I can invite you, I don't know if you guys are on mute at the moment.
No.
Great. Okay. So lovely to see you both. How are you guys today? You okay?
Fine.
Yes,
Very well.
good. All right. So Sheila, can I ask you just to share with everybody what first led you to look for a home share way back when you contacted us?
On the 16th of February 2021, my husband died. And I don't know why. I just hate it when it goes dark. It's just strange. I just hate it. I missed him so much. And I just wanted nice company, someone to talk to, and someone to live with when it got dark, more or less. It's very stupid, but I'm not scared of anybody moving in. But as soon as it turns, not moving in, getting into the house, because I've got security. But as soon as it turns dark, I absolutely hate it. I don't know why. Yeah. Also, I needed help because, and it's still now the same thing, I need a shoulder operation. I've got to have a replacement shoulder. And I've got Dela who cooks for me. And not only does she cook for me, she makes wonderful food. It is delicious, honestly. And I can do my lunch, like I can put a piece of bread in a toaster, something. But if I pick something up, my arm, it doesn't go any further than here, sort of thing. It's really, really difficult. And it's lovely having Dela because we joke with each other, don't we? We wind each other up all the time, and we just laugh.
So we talked together in the early days then about those key requirements you had. So it was that overnight presence and that reassurance of someone being there, and that sort of practical help of someone helping you to physically lift the saucepan so you could cook, and just having that bit of practical help around the house.
Yeah.
And so, Dela, what was it that made you look to home share as an option?
I moved from London to the wonderful south to Bournemouth for a job role. So my background is in health and social care, working with adults with complex needs, learning disabilities and autism. And I was working for a wonderful charity. I had a very poor experience with COVID, and I picked myself up from London. I wanted a fresh start. So the fresh start was here in the south. And when that job came to an end, I chose to use my 4 or 5 years of experience to set up my own care service here in the south. And as embarrassed as I was at the time, Lisa, I remember picking up the phone when I found the advert and saying to you, I'm actually lonely myself, and the home shares that I was looking at just didn't tick the box for me. And I've always been in health and social care as a carer, frontline worker, manager, operations manager, you name it. It's something that comes really naturally to me. And when I saw the advert, it made sense. And the one thing that I was really nervous about saying is I'm lonely. And I remember saying it to you and how comfortable you made me feel. And I suppose Sheila's personality, when we spoke on the phone and when we met, it was written for me. Well, everything happens for a reason. Otherwise, I would have been heading back to concrete London and probably miserable in all the traffic and the pollution.
I remember us talking and me saying exactly that, that many sharers do say the same to us, that they are lonely too, and companionship is a really important part for them as well. So how, I mean, you can already see already, and we just wanted to be able to demonstrate what a lovely relationship you guys have got. But how would you summarize in terms of the benefits of home share? How has it really helped you? What are those key areas? So I know for Sheila, it's that reassurance of overnight, having some delicious food. What else would you say are the benefits of home share for you both?
Companionship is the most important of all of it, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
And okay, having food, right, well, everybody eats food. So it's just that we trust each other. And not only that, if she's away at the weekend, say, she actually contacts me to see how I am. She sends me a text and asks me. And that, I think, is lovely. And when she's on her way back, she also sends me a text, even to say, I won't be home till so-and-so, but it's good that I know, you know what I mean?
Because we've always said home share is about creating those genuine relationships. It's not, we don't find lodgers, we find companions. Can you tell everyone a little bit more about the process that you experienced with Two Generations, and sort of first getting in contact with us, the matching process? How did you find that? If I start with Dela, how did you find the overall process of it?
It's very similar to, so in my line of work, when we would be matching live-in staff or staff to support somebody in their own home or in the community, the process is very similar to what I'm used to. I think for me, it was just how much detail Lisa went into the advert, and even speaking to you, how well you knew Sheila. It was just a real personalised touch. Speaking to Sheila on Zoom with her family, that was set up really quickly. We were able to ask all the questions that we had on our mind. And then the meet, I suppose, meeting you and meeting the cats. The cats were a very important part of the interview process.
They're not here.
They're not here today.
The cats usually appear on our Zoom meetings, don't they?
Muffin.
They did come and sit on my lap during the interview when I came to meet Sheila, and you showed me around the house.
Yes.
The
garden and the garden.
The garden and the house. I met your family on that day. And I suppose the other thing was being able to move quick, things that I'm quite familiar with, Lisa. You still taught me through the stages of the DBS check and the references. It was really smooth and easy, things that I was familiar with. Sheila, anything for you in terms of giving you reassurance?
My family gave me reassurance. We invite, wherever I'm invited, we invite Dela as well. It was my son's 50th birthday on the 10th of June, and we were invited to the party, and Dela was invited, and we had a lovely, lovely time, because my family accept Dela as part of the family.
And Sheila, do you feel supported throughout the process of home share? The fact that we've obviously had this contact, that as a householder, we don't just put people together and leave them to it. We make sure that people feel supported throughout the process.
Well, I have written something that I wonder, I did send it to you some time ago. And it is, yes, because I was writing a thank you.
You were.
Thank you, Lisa, from Two Generations, for giving me peace of mind by introducing me to my new companion, who is so kind. There is such an age difference, but it does not matter. We're always able to laugh and chatter. So if you're looking for some company and are home alone, just contact Two Generations. Pick up the phone.
Thank you. So, well, Sheila, that was seamless, because I was literally going to say, what would you say to someone who was considering home share? And I think you've summarised that beautifully. So thank you guys so much for your time, and just for being fantastic ambassadors of home share and helping to spread the word. I really, really appreciate it.
No, thank you, because you're always keeping in touch with us, and it's lovely.
Pleasure.
Brilliant.
Thank you, Lisa.
That's a great two-way endorsement. And thank you both to Sheila and to Dela for sharing that with us and for being so honest. And thank you, Lisa, for facilitating the conversation. Can I just ask Sheila and Dela? I mean, there were a number of big issues raised, obviously around loneliness and so on that we touched on earlier, but also the issues that you both face in terms of affordability. So for Sheila, being able to share some of the costs of your home, and obviously Dela being able to access affordable housing.
Mm.
Can you just say a bit more about that? How has it helped you on the affordability front with the cost of living crisis?
I think for me personally, I'm trying to set up a care service from scratch. That's really was my focus before I found my accommodation here with Sheila, and it's really helped me in terms of the geographical location as well. Sitting right in the heart of my contacts are across Portsmouth, Bournemouth, Poole, and Dorset. So geographically, it's been brilliant, and financially, absolutely, because I'm able to invest my time and also invest financially into the service that I'm really passionate about, and I'm really keen to be a provider here in the South. And I think the other thing that it's the quality of life of where I am and the things that I'm able to do that's really helped me turn my life around. And I said it earlier, not going back to the concrete jungle and the polluted area of London is fantastic. So
I come from London, honestly. I do, yes, but left it quite a long time ago. What was about 6 years ago, I think it was. Yeah, left it.
Yeah.
And came here. Well, we had the house here quite a long time, and financially, I can cope financially. I mean, let's say, for instance, I had to have a carer in the house. One that had, that's come to the hospital. They give you a carer. It's £1,000 a week. Do you know that? It's £1,000. So. No, thank you. No.
Okay, no, that's again very honest. The final question: people have raised questions in the Q&A about safeguarding, but clearly, I mean, from what you already said, you both feel very confident and reassured about all the processes involved.
Absolutely. I mean, Lisa kept for the first month. We had regular contact with Lisa. She was on the other end of the phone, sending us messages, calling.
Yes.
So that was really supportive. If I was always made to feel, if there's a question, pick up the phone and ask, and reassured by Lisa, as well as having Sheila and her family being very supportive.
Yes. And do you remember before you came, I got your profile and I could read your profile, and I thought,
oh yes, yeah.
I wonder if she's telling the truth. I wonder if this is really, this happened, sort of. And you were telling the truth. So,
well, the one thing I didn't put on my profile is I'm scared of spiders. So I'm very grateful to have a companion who will say, "Come on, darling," to the spider and pick it up and find it a home away from me.
Because she screams. She says, "There's a spider here, Sheila," and I go and rescue it.